Oh, it's Pride Day at the White House.
Welcome to the White House.
Thank you.
Happy Pride Month.
You are beautiful.
You are heard.
You belong.
You are understood.
You are loved.
And you belong.
And then things went horribly wrong.
Are we topless at the White House?
Okay, so during third period, we have announcements and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. I always tell my class, stand if you feel like it, don't stand if you feel like it, say the words if you want, don't have to say the words. So my class decided to stand but not say the words. Totally fine. Except for the fact that my room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet. But my kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, you know, we say it to nothing. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I gotta find it. Like, I'm working on it. I got you. In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he like looks around and he goes, oh, that one?
The Blue Jays have now designated Anthony Bass for assignment. Now, Bass was scheduled to catch the ceremonial first pitch tonight as part of Pride Weekend. The pitcher has been facing backlash after sharing a video that supported anti-2S LGBTQ2S+ boycotts of Target and Bud Light. He later deleted the video and made an apology. The 35-year-old has a 4.95 ERA in 22 games this season. Stay with CP24 for the latest on this developing story.
I would say that being a black conservative pretty much like categorically means you don't have much common sense, yeah.
Do you hate black conservatives?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I do love all people, but I hate black conservatives.
What the? You think they should vote like the radical blacks who are voting for Democrats?
Absolutely.
So you're saying blacks don't have the common sense to make good decisions for themselves?
Black conservatives? Oh no, because they have the gall of being conservative while having experienced what it means to be under the heel of a white supremacist state. It seems to me they're the ones who should have the greatest interest in voting against it.
How is it that when I was growing up, under the Jim Crow laws, on the plantation, that black people did better then than they are today? They had families, they got married, abortion was unheard of, they bought land, built businesses, they became professionals, they went to college, those that wanted to go. Why were blacks able to do better then than they are today?
Because white folk got more clever. I'll stop treating them like victims. I'll say, hey, you got to work hard, you got to overcome your status. At the same time, white folk got more clever.
Excuse me, do not... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to apologize.
Why did you say ladies first? That's sexist.
It's just a standard greeting. Let me start over. Gentlemen and ladies...
Who says the man?
Okay, sorry, humans in the audience.
I identify as a basketball.
Humans and basketballs.
I'm a parrot who mimics words but doesn't comprehend them.
Humans, basketballs, talking parrots, and whatever else is out there.
Whatever? It's whoever. Actually, it's whomever. No one likes you, Mary.
All right, just calm down, okay?
Now you're tone policing us.
That makes me uncomfortable. Anything that makes me uncomfortable in 2017 should be illegal.
You know what? Fuck you!
Let them have they say it's okay. Give me a gun, I'll shoot you. No, it's okay. It ain't okay. I fought for the freedom you guys enjoy. Sir, I did the same thing. I'm a veteran, bro. It's okay. I was with my daughter. God bless you. Thank you very much, sir. I'm not going to flip out because that's their opinion. It's okay. They're allowed to have it. Let's show some love. Let's show some peace. These are communist bastards. They're communists. Hey, it ain't happening. Don't worry. I'm not afraid. It's okay. It's okay. I fought for this.
I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised. Not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. It's just not the same. That's not what our boys, that's not what they died for. That isn't what we fought for.
And there you have it.
Fun. Well, there's an uplifting intro today. Jesus.
Well, you know, I thought about it. I mean, today is Flag Day.
That's right.
How about we take pride in that flag?
It's the only flag I do take pride in.
I mean, it's Pride Month. I thought pride was a sin, one. But two, that flag is the flag that we should be honoring.
That's the only one I do.
And a lot of, what I played to start out the show is what some people call an anomaly and some people call the minority of things that are going on, but it's not true. What's going on is a lot. It's going on a lot around our country with our teachers. It's going on a lot in our government. I mean, you had people on the White House lawn taking their tops off.
Yeah.
Men that are now women, supposedly, or whatever they are. Whatever you want to be, I guess. But it's still the White House and taking their top off and going around, even though the White House says they condemn that. They allowed the day.
Yeah, I don't see them locking them up.
That teacher that was played there, who said that, she has a trans pride flag in her classroom for the kids to stand up for during the Pledge of Allegiance, should be fired.
Well, yeah.
Shouldn't be allowed to be around kids.
Should have been fired long before today, or that she made the video. Should have been fired the day she put the flag up.
So it's beyond frustrating what's going on. It really is. And I don't want to talk about bad stuff. I want to have a good time on the show. But it seems like that's all we're surrounded with.
Well, it's because you're watching way too much news.
I do watch a lot of news. I want to stay informed as to what's going on.
Yeah. I've chosen clueless. Being clueless, I don't hear any of that shit. I hear nothing. The only time I hear it is here.
Sorry. I apologize. Well, that's the point, though, trying to educate a little bit. I don't know.
Sure.
And have a good time in the process.
Yeah.
But it is increasingly difficult. I talk to some people throughout the day, and a lot of them don't agree with the things that I think and say. And, I don't know how you don't.
How you don't what? Be frustrated?
Agree with the side of decency.
Because decency is an old-fashioned value. And I don't disagree with you. I mean, for the most, I do some indecent shit. I'm not going to lie. But, for the most part, I try to be, please, thank you, respect my elders, love for the country. I obviously served it. I try to do the bulk of the things,
Well, what do you consider indecent?
Well,
you swear a little bit. So what?
And
everybody swears a little bit.
My porn habits are off the charts, but
right. Looking at porn, but where do you do that? Do you do that on the White House lawn? Do you do it in your front yard?
No,
I'm assuming you do it in the comfort of your own home.
Absolutely.
Well, same as most men out there, or some.
Yeah.
I'm not excluded from that. I'm not saying that I don't do it, that I do everything right. I'm not the moral police. But what I am saying is that in the comfort of my own home, behind closed doors, I do what I want to do. When I'm talking to my wife, I talk a certain way that I wouldn't talk in front of strangers.
Sure.
And I try to keep my outward appearance towards people at least polite and respectful.
Right. Well,
Whether I get frustrated
I think there's
with customer service is a different story. But
sure.
I still try to be a decent human being.
Sure.
And
well,
we've lost that.
I think in our day, and I hate to be old man on the lawn, but I am. In our day, it was fine to be a degenerate, but your degeneracy stayed at home. Looks like a shower guy.
like shower porn?
Yeah. No, boat porn. Nice. If you want to get into that, boat porn is my porn.
Yeah, well, if we ever talk about that, I don't like anything outside. Outside freaks me out. I can't watch that. I don't know why.
I'm all about boats.
But I don't understand where we lost it, because, look, I understand it's not the leave it to beaver times. I get that. And I think times were pretty weird back in the hippie days and the 70s. Everybody has their time, their generation, their era of whatever you want to call it. But Now it just seems like everybody's really, there's a definite divide between people that are trying to do the right thing and then people that just don't give a shit anymore.
You know what? I can
whatever the hell they want to do.
I'll make an argument for the exact time, because I can narrow it down to the exact time that it changed. Ready?
Yes.
The rise of Howard Stern.
You think that guy had that much power?
Well, here's what I think. Before Howard Stern, the hardest, you just didn't get edge. You did not get edge in the media. All your TV shows were, Family Ties, Give Me a Break. You might have a little racial stuff here and there with like the All in the Families and the Jeffersons and whatnot. But for the most part, everything was kind of vanilla. Everything was pretty vanilla. Radio was the same way. Stern came in, edgy, talking about chicks, talking about wanting to bang them, talking about all the different stuff. But what followed? The need to go further. The need to take it more dirty. Make the stuff that you couldn't say before more acceptable and more, daily. And it did go that way. Radio changed that way. Then you saw TV start getting that way. You saw it all. If you really look back to it, I mean, think about even seeing a pair of tits in a movie. If there was a movie, Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever, that had any kind of nudity on TV when I was growing up in the 80s, it would only be on HBO or Showtime, and it would only be on after 10 o'clock. There was like even a time limit for cable after 10 o'clock. Now, in today's world, you can literally go to Plex and play it on demand and see nudity. And any movie that has nudity on it is there. And it wasn't like that until the movement from Stern. I can't think of somebody before Stern that was dirty like that and successful. There were guys that were dirty, but they weren't successful. The media beat them down.
I don't disagree with that, but I also know that, listening to him back in the day, that he wasn't as progressive and left as he is now.
Oh, no, not
way.
at all.
He wasn't like that way when he started.
No, I'm not talking about today's bullshit version of Howard Stern. No,
but did he change the way that society operates? I don't know. I don't remember things being completely wild and out of control just because he was on the radio. I mean, I liked it. I listened to it, but it didn't make me do things weird. It didn't make me act any different. Now people are acting different. People really are bizarre now.
I disagree with you that it did make people act different. When he would do his stuff, when he'd be talking about some girl or whatever, you'd research that girl. You'd go find it. If he was like, hey, look who's on, it's Jessica Hahn, and there's naked pictures of her in Playboy. The media never would do that stuff before. And then all of a sudden, here's this guy on regular radio saying, hey, go get Playboy. So then Playboy had their biggest run ever, and Larry Flint and all those had their biggest run ever. And God knows, you take what was already a developing need for filth, I'll call it, but as a fan, I'm calling it filth. Then you added in the internet where you could mix in the privacy. You can mix back the privacy so people could hear Howard Stern say it on the morning and then go home and surf it without their wife knowing at night. And it's just that's how the development of it came.
Now, I agree with you that the internet may have had something to do with people's
it did.
Ability to, and maybe it's social media and the internet combined that have made people as freaking crazy as they are now. Because now you can say things without any repercussions. You can do whatever you want to do online, and nobody's going to give a shit about it. But at the same time, now we're seeing people in society forget about online doing stuff. They're actually doing it out in public. They're stealing
Well,
stuff.
no, I agree. What I'm saying, you asked when did it
I know.
start? I'm saying it started. It didn't start full blown like anything. It's just like right now with the whole trans thing. You don't, where like you said at the beginning of the show, you said, you think it's the minority. That is correct. It is the minority. But how do you make it the majority? By continually pushing it, by continually making it happen, by continually making that something that becomes less and less shocking. For as much as everybody wants to push back and not buy Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney sucks and, I'm not going to Target and all this stuff, the overwhelming reality of propagandizing the people is it's becoming less shocking. The next company that comes out and says, well, we're doing trans clothes or trans thing. Look at how every corporation, and I know you get this in your email, every single company you've got an email from is in the 15 days or whatever that we're into June has at least sent you one email talking about how proud they are to be celebrating Pride Month. True or not?
Absolutely. I mean, even companies that aren't being protested, without a doubt.
Yes.
I mean,
so
Target is getting all this backlash. Yet I got an email from Walmart the other day saying, check out our Pride stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all over the place.
But think about even 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you would not have had that. It's normalizing the behavior. It's not instant. It's not overnight. It's normalizing. It's making it. When you got the Walmart email, did you instantly think, screw them, I'm never shopping there again? Or did you just go, whatever, delete and move on?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Yeah, because it's not as offensive to you anymore as it used to be. It's
I don't know
not
if
as
it's
shocking.
Offensive to me anymore, but what am I supposed to do? There
Well,
does
that's
come a point where it is so saturated that you don't have a choice but to go places.
Which is the goal of the people that are trying to push the agenda.
So
they
what
beat
do you
you
do?
down. Look, you either hold the line or you don't. That's really what it comes down to. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm not trying to say it like I'm the moral majority leader here. I do it all the time too. I mean, that, to be fair to me, it's not an issue I care about if people are gay or not. I could care less.
I don't
Do whatever
care
you
either.
want. Do whatever you want. Honestly, we're in such chaos these days that I don't care. But that being said, if you really want to make it stop, it has to be, oh, you're flying a pride flag? Not shopping with you. Ever. And if that's every store except some AryanNationClothing.com, then you buy Aryan Nation clothing. It all goes to how far are you willing to go for your stance on a cause.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem that I have because, again, like you said, I don't really care what people do.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean anything. I don't really give a shit whether you're gay or you're not gay, whatever. It doesn't matter what you do behind closed doors. Again, you could look at all the porn you want to look at behind your closed doors. But if you start looking at it where my child, as I'm driving down the street, can see you outside watching it,
Sure.
then that's where I have a problem. And again, it's the forced acceptance that the left agenda seems to be pushing. It's either accept it and like it, or else you are a racist, you're a homophobe, and we're going to put you in jail. We're going to take away your job. We're going to do everything we can to push you down. We're going to close down your social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do whatever we can to tell you that you're a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
I just don't want it pushed where I have to accept everything. And again, where our children are being forced to accept it and learn it.
But here's the thing. You're not doing anything to stop it.
Well, I don't
like
know
you
what
said,
to do to stop it.
Well, but like you said, you've kind of given up, and most have. This is what the left expects. The reason they keep putting, because come on, dude, if somebody calls you a homophobe, do you care anymore? Honestly, do you care?
No,
if somebody
I
calls you
don't
a
really-
racist, do you care?
Look, I don't care what anybody says to me. I've been beat down over my radio life for 20 years.
But there was a time that you did care.
But yeah, of course there was. But I still take offense to it because look, I'm just not that way. And so to have somebody accuse me of something like that, especially people that are sometimes family members that think that I'm a bad person and look down on me or talk down to me because they think that, how could you honestly think that way? How could you honestly not accept everything that's going on? How could you not accept that guy with his fake breasts, who's now a woman, on the White House lawn? How could you not accept that? Because I don't have to.
Well, that's it.
I'm not a bad person because of that.
No, and you never were. But the agenda is telling you are, and you're giving them more weight than they deserve. Sometimes you just got to look somebody in the eye and go, okay. Oh, I'm a racist? All right. I'm a homophobe? I'm a transphobe? Sure. And just really not give a shit. To really not care, you have to really not care. You have to just say, I don't care if I hurt your feelings. And unfortunately, 99% of the world, we can bitch about it here, but 99% of the people that are even watching this right now will not do that in their job, will not do that in their friend circles, will not do that in their family circles. They won't do it.
And then the other issue is if I had a 9-to-5 job, usual, just a regular whatever, and I was talking like this there,
you'd be fired.
Or even if they saw this podcast, they might fire me.
You would? Yeah.
Because I'm not accepting the forced acceptance that's out there.
Dude, one of the main reasons that I have, not my jobs per se, but well, really it is. I was in corporate America for 15 years or so. I worked the corporate jobs, working in a cubicle, doing IT support. Hi, can I help you? Let me reset your password, that kind of crap, right? I had to get out because I couldn't get along with the people. That's just what it was. I could not get along. I couldn't convince myself to suck enough ass to stay in a job. And I kept getting fired. I got fired from pretty much every job. Every single job I had, I got fired from because I could not do it. And quite honestly, at some point, I just got to the point where it was like, I'm starting my own thing. I'm just going to do my own thing. No one can tell me what to say or think or do if I am my own boss. And nobody can. And I mean, dude, even you want to bring up the gay community or the trans. I've had problems with Pinball PA with the trans community. Or not the trans, but the gay community. Because I wouldn't do a well, when we first opened up, 2015 or whatever year it was, we noticed that it was a straight sausage fest in our Pinball PA every day. I mean, it was literally 100 guys, 1 girl. It was that level of disparity, that was coming in. So I decided to do a ladies' night. And, just ladies get in free if they come in with their husband, father, boyfriend, easy, right? Just an easy deal. Basically, 2-for-1 sale, but we had the caveat of we wanted women to come in. So we were doing it like, do this. I immediately get calls that I can't do this and we're not allowed. And if we continue that they're going to picket and And my only thing that I said back to them was make sure you spell the name of the business right when you get it in the paper. Because I didn't care. And I wouldn't do it. And I didn't do it. And I didn't cave. And I didn't apologize. I just said, no, not going to do it. I'm not doing it your way. And I didn't. And believe me, we were a brand new business, dude. We were really putting the risk out there. And my guy that I started the business with, Ed, he was freaking out because he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "No, I don't cave to people. I never cave to people. I'd rather be unemployed than I'd rather lose my job than my sanctity as a human." And I stood up to it.
How long ago was that?
2015.
Do you think now you could stand up to it the same way that you did?
Absolutely. I know I would. I know that I would. I wouldn't cave in an ounce. And my answer to the press and everything else would be this simple thing. If you don't want to come here because of my stance, don't. Don't. Well, that's a meal in Pride Month. Sausage sandwich.
Joe Burdick checking in. Happy Flag Day from the Flag Guy.
There
Joe
you go.
Burdick.
Thank you, Joe.
Custom Flags on Facebook.
I'd imagine I can't buy the pride flag at Joe Burdick Flags, right?
I don't know.
I doubt he's making that custom flag.
No, but he is making a custom flag for the police for next Wednesday.
That's nice.
Next Wednesday, the 3rd District Police. We're going to be feeding the police. Billy Morris and his smoking rock and roll food truck.
That's right.
I'm not going to be there. I need to find a ride out there that I can get to there and then hopefully back in time for the show.
For the show,
I'd like to get out there, but I've driven my car, but I'm not allowed to legally drive without somebody in it, and I haven't driven it enough to.
And when are you going to get that license? How long does it take? Do you know?
Well, I made my appointment with Metro. I have to go through like an hour-long course at least with them.
Okay.
They're going to give me a behind-the-wheel course to see how I do. And I called them the other day to make this appointment. And I said, so can I just bring my car down and get in it? Thanks to Charlie's auto repair in Lakewood. Help me out getting these hand controls in. And they said, no. We have a car that you can use.
Okay.
I said, well, I practiced on the one that I have. The one that's actually going to be on the road.
Mm-hmm.
No. You have to drive it in our car. Well, I have no idea what their controls are like. I have no idea how that works.
You don't even know the size of that car.
I don't even know that. This car, my car, I know that I can fit in it.
Right.
And so I'm trying to ask questions, and she wasn't very helpful. So I guess I'm going to see what happens in a couple of weeks. I got to go take this hour-long course, but it's going to be an on-the-road course. So June 30th, around 2:30, everybody stay off the road because I'll be on it, and I don't know how I'm going to do. Unless it's one of those, like they have those driver's ed cars or where the teacher has like a brake and stuff on their side of the car to prevent an accident. Maybe it's like that, but I don't know how that's going to work.
Nice. Well, maybe you should call her back to get more information and start the call with Happy Pride Month.
Yes.
Maybe then she'll be in a better mood.
And it's weird. You know what I find now is that I was on the phone with somebody the other day, a customer service representative for somewhere, because I can't go anywhere. So now I just have to make phone calls.
Sure.
And as I'm talking to this person, I am asking, questions, and I find myself saying, yes, sir, no, sir. And then I stopped myself and I was like, did I say the wrong thing? What if this is not a sir on the other end of the phone? What if this is a trans person?
Yeah.
What if it's a woman with a deep voice? What if I just completely offended this person, who happened to be an asshole, by the way, on the other end of the line because I'm calling him or her sir? But it sounded like a sir. I assumed it was sir, but that's what I do generally in conversation.
Yeah.
When I'm in person or on the phone, I say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
And now I can't do that anymore. And I don't know how to change those habits.
Well, you can do it. Just, again, it goes back to how much do you care if somebody else is offended?
It's not a matter of...
If they can't give themselves the appearance of what they are, what they want to be called, then why is it up to you to figure it out?
Well, they didn't introduce themselves as anything, so I don't know.
Well, you should have.
But
maybe.
that's the society that we live in.
But again, you can either, like me, I don't care. I don't worry about that at all. Even when I go up to people, if they're an it's Pat type of a look, I don't worry about it at all. I just call them, hey dude, what's up, or yes sir, or whatever. And if they say, oh, I'm a ma'am, it's like, yeah, okay. I don't even play that game. I'm just like, okay, but if you are that concerned about it, Seth, maybe that should be your first question. Could you tell me your pronouns?
Well, is that what you have to do now?
That's what you do if you care about that thing. For me, I just think that's ridiculous and stupid, so I won't do it. But that's me.
I don't know. See, that's the problem. I don't have a kickstand. You can probably get away with many pronouns for me. If you look at me, if I didn't have the facial hair, you would absolutely... Actually, growing up, all the way till I was like 17 years old almost, people called me a girl all the time. I had hair that looked like a perm, and because of like a tubby kid, I had like
sure
pubescent breasts and stuff like that, and so they weren't pecs at the time. They certainly aren't now either. But at least I wear big sweatshirts, so you can't see.
Right.
But back then when I was a little tubby kid, man, there were times where I wasn't facing somebody and my voice hadn't dropped yet, and they were like, "Oh man, what can we get for you?" Excuse me.
Well, dude, I mean, who's got longer hair than me? My hair's longer than most women's hair. But, you know, if somebody calls me ma'am or something, which has happened at like restaurants and stores and shit from time to time, whatever.
Like, if you hear an old, like, recording of me from back in the WMMS days,
hey,
I'm shocked. Because, I mean, that's when I met you, was back in 20 years ago.
Sure.
And, man, some of those recordings that I have were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And so I was talking to, like, Spaceman Scott and Len Boom Goldberg, and we're like, "All right, you got to start smoking." I was like, "Well, I smoke on occasion." They're like, no. Start really smoking and have a couple of drinks on top of it.
6 packs a day.
And next thing you know, it's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the pronoun thing does bother me a little bit. I mean, they came out with a new definition for lesbian today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, John Hopkins, is it John, whatever, what's it called?
I don't know. Just
John
feel
John
free to
Hopkins.
Read me this definition that I can absolutely ignore.
All right, I got to find this because everybody's upset about it. Well, some people are upset about it. Past definitions refer to a lesbian as a woman who is emotionally, romantically, and or sexually attracted to other women.
Okay.
This updated definition includes non-binary people who may also identify with that label. So the definition of relationships between women was not exclusive enough.
Ah.
So a non-man attracted to non-men.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
So that could mean a
guy
man that is now a woman.
Yeah, a guy.
Is attracted to women, is now a lesbian.
Male lesbian. Yeah.
Then I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely now the definition of a lesbian.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a man. Well, I'm a non-man, kind of. I mean, depends on which girl you ask. I could be a non-man, but I look the way that I do that's attracted to women.
Well, it doesn't matter how you look. It just matters what you're saying.
And I thought that if you were a man that became a woman, aren't you then attracted to men? I don't understand how that works.
Well, it's
so you are a man, become a girl, so you could have sex with other girls?
Dude, this is like going to a mental hospital and trying to decipher the crazy. You're never going to decipher the crazy. It's ludicrous, it's stupid, and it's ridiculous, and that's it. That's the end of it.
Because I'm trying to think, this could be very beneficial to me. One, I like breasts. I think they're fantastic. Of
course.
I'm a chest man. Well, I'm an everything man. But they're fantastic. So that's great. I like that. I don't, I'm not packing. I'm no Tommy Lee here. All right. So what am I going to miss?
Right.
So if I became a woman and I can still then date and be attracted to other women, this really benefits a person like me. One, I don't have to leave the house very much because I'll be fine at home alone. But then I get to also date women the same way that I am now. And then I get a special label. I can get free college and stuff. I'll get benefits everywhere.
There you go.
I'll get scholarships to anything I want. So, yeah, I think that this could be beneficial to me.
Well, all you got to do is just change it. I don't know. When you get your driver's license, when they ask you that question, give them the answer. You should do that anyway, just as a goof on the show. Because you got to go get a driver's license.
I do. I can identify as whatever I want when I get my license, right?
You should identify as anything but a man. You really should.
So I can put down non-binary on my license when I get it?
Or cisgendered or something, yeah. You should put the furthest from what you are as what you identify as on your license.
Come out of the closet, Seth. You are trans women. I'm multiple women. Yes. Tell the truth. I don't see how this doesn't benefit me to become a list of other things.
Well, do it when you get your license. They can't tell you no, can they?
I don't think so, right? I can identify whatever I want to.
Yeah. You should try something crazy and see what they would do. Say, yeah, I identify as a pumpkin. See if they put that on your license.
I don't know. When a cop pulls you over, I see you identify as a pumpkin. Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
Yes, your pronouns, whatever you are.
You may call me Ichabod.
Triple dog dare you to get non-binary right away.
You really should.
I should. It doesn't hurt me, right?
No, how can it hurt? If anything else, look, I'll tell you what, if you do it and you want to change it, I'll pay the fee to go get your thing changed, whatever it costs.
I mean, I've waited this long to get a license. I might as well go all out and just do whatever I want to do.
Absolutely.
I'm really considering this.
You should do. Why not? You're in a unique position where you actually have to get a license here in the next month or so.
I mean, it's one of the most frustrating things that I've had to deal with is filling out all these forms for disability, and I've been to the license bureau 400 times.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of hospital things I've had to fill out and all this other shit, medical forms to get the leg, and it's always asked on all of these forms, what's your gender?
Yeah.
And there's usually either male, female, and then the other options are prefer not to say,
right,
or other.
Right.
I didn't know that.
What's the difference between other and preferred not to say?
And then prefer not to say. What do you mean you prefer not to say?
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, you are what you are.
You have what you need to do. This is what I would do if I was in your position here to be going to get a license right now.
Yeah.
I would research whatever I could make the most money from. I would literally spend the next month saying, can I get a better deal on refinancing a house? Can I get a better deal on a car loan? Can I get a better deal for car insurance? Because I know there is some car insurance out there that is cheaper if you identify a certain way. I know that to be true. And you ought to find all these things, bring it to the show the week before you go get your license so that we know why you're doing it, and then go do it.
Well, I'm going to do that because honestly, it has to benefit you somehow to not be a straight white male at this point.
Right. Well, you should definitely identify as black as well.
Or Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican too. But black's a home run.
Yeah, but I think I could pass as a Mexican.
Doesn't matter if you can pass or not. Look at some of these transgender people. They sure don't pass as women.
That is very true. And then
you should say you're Chinese or something. I mean, go all the way crazy.
Then instead of the national anthem that we start every show with, I'll just start with
Hermano, cayó la ley. Está rodeada tu casa.
the Mexican polka version.
There we go. We could definitely do that.
So
I think it's a good idea. If the world's going to be crazy, you might as well play into the crazy a little bit, man.
If it benefits you.
Yeah.
You're a flipper.
Too funny.
All right, let's take a quick break. And we got Tony Musachio coming up in just a little bit. He did check something, so I think he's going to be good to go.
Okay.
This is the first week that I don't know where the hell Tony's at. He's going to surprise the hell out of us and just pop up from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we'll talk about it after this break. You are going to be doing something very cool.
I am. I can't wait.
We made a thing on Facebook saying, "Oh, big announcement." Here's the deal: it's not that big of an announcement, but it's cool.
I think it's a big announcement.
I think it's a huge announcement for you, no doubt.
I think it's as big of an announcement as we've had since we started the show.
But I think that this is like super cool, and so we will get into that in I don't know, 2 minutes. Hang on.
All right.
Hey everybody, it's Don Dockin. When I'm feeling nostalgic, I always go to Pinball PA. You gotta go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Stop what you're doing and start making memories at Pinball PA, located at 2284 Broadhead Road, Suite 10B in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. We have over 420 video games and pinball machines to play, and all games are set to free play, so no quarters or tokens are needed. Pinball PA is open 6 days a week. and is the best and most affordable entertainment spot in all of Western Pennsylvania. Check out our website at www.pinballpa.com for more details. Come visit Pinball PA today. Initials up.
Aaron Tees and Signs has become your complete one-stop sign shop. Call Jimmy at 216-299-9344. Their friendly and professional staff can and will help you build your company brand and identity from start to finish. One stop means you get a complete package from one location. Custom logo design, vehicle graphics, banners, t-shirts, storefront marquees, and so much more. Aaron Tees and Signs, 4883 Turney Road. Call us at 216-299-9344.
Yes, happy Flag Day.
Yes.
All right. So on Monday.
Last Monday.
This past Monday.
It's past Monday, yeah. Not next Monday.
Yeah, this past Monday.
Right,
2 days ago. Right? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, today's Wednesday. All right, yeah, we had on the mobster, mafia guy.
We did. Michael Franzese.
Michael Franzese. Did I say it right this time or no?
You did. Michael Franzese.
All right. And so we had him on. We were talking about the fact that he's going to be doing a show June 24th. It's a Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Lorraine Palace Theater.
Yes.
And it was a great interview. He, in fact, at the end of the interview, said it was one of his favorite interviews that he's done.
Yeah. It was really flattering.
It was great. Still waiting for him to put the episode up on his Facebook and YouTube or whatever it is. We'll see how that goes.
Well, now we at least have some reach in to push.
Yes. So I get a message yesterday from lovely lady Marie, who helped set this whole thing up.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Michael was very impressed with you two.
Right.
And then she says, wanted to know if your buddy, your partner on the show, would do me a favor or do him a favor.
Right.
And I said, well, I don't know. What's the favor? And the mafia guy,
yeah,
the mob, wants you to be security for him at the meet and greet for the show.
That is correct, sir. And I have accepted.
Now, I don't know how this came about. I don't know what happened. But yeah, he wants you to be security.
That's right.
For the show. Now, I'm kind of offended that I wasn't asked to be part of that. But at the same time, I did inform all of them that I need an extra backstage pass because I have no leg and I can't drive.
That's
and
right.
so I think that would prohibit me from the security detail. So I'm wondering what happened. You talked to them, right?
I did. I talked to his guy Chris today, and you know, he told me what's going on, and it's, you know, because it's when you told me about it, even up until I talked to his guy today, I thought it was just sort of a honorary thing. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was really security. I thought it was like, all right, you're on the detail, you know, basically that's it. No, I have to go for a meeting before the show at a hotel to get briefed on the security of this. But yeah, I will be.
What are you going to do? Did they explain like what your job is?
Yeah, I was told that basically as Michael moves around, I'll be kind of on his side to make sure nobody comes at him and nobody gets to him and nobody gets out of hand or whatever. Both with the actual stage thing as well as the meet and greet after.
That's just unbelievable to me. Like that is like I wonder what he saw in you because you know when we're sitting together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like there's that much of a difference in. You don't look like a big guy.
No, but I am.
I mean, when I sit down next to you, I'm like, I look up to you because you're a tall guy and everything. Like I sit down next to him. Hey, Chris, how you doing? But I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so stoked, man. I definitely, and it's funny because my only question was, do I have to carry? And because I will. If they deem that necessary, I absolutely will. I just need to know, but dude, I from now on, from this day forward, my tagline is going to be Chris Aiken, mob enforcer. Because I'm a mob enforcer now.
We're talking about a guy that didn't go into the witness protection program or anything like that. So we're talking about a guy that, it does have enemies, I guess, out there.
I would think so, yeah.
I'm assuming that there's still some alive that are pissed that the guy got out of the mafia and didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And now
he just had a big fight with Sammy the Bull, for God's sakes.
Sammy the Bull is pissed at this dude, and now you're going to be security.
Yeah. Now
I thought the entire time, I'm like, all right, do I sit near Chris? Can I stand behind Chris? I'm not standing anywhere near you. Like, I'll be offering.
You'll be calling me from the venue. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? I still get my backstage pass, but I'm going to stay way backstage. Like, I'm going to watch from the side of the stage where you guys, there's no direct angle line of sight. So,
well, I am honored. I'm honored to do it.
That's cool.
I can't wait to do it. And my mom is really a big mob person, and I invited her to come out and do it. And she could not have been more excited. She gets off on my celebrity sometimes, but not often.
No,
most of the time she doesn't know who the hell I'm talking about when I'll be like, oh, I'm meeting so and so. She's like, yeah, okay, that's great.
No, half the time I should say, when I was sitting there thinking about the entire thing last night, I was so happy. I was like, one, I think it's an honor that the guy liked us.
Yeah.
And like the interview, like the questions, we had a good time on the show, and that was fun. Thought it was cool that they said we could have these all access passes, and I think that would be good to check out. I'm looking forward to that. But then I started thinking about the bad side of this. I was like, I know what's going to happen. I know my luck in life. I'm going to be back working with fucking Mike Jaselka again, because Chris is going to take off. Now he's going to be Michael's security boss as he goes around the country doing tours and stuff like that. And he's going to be often doing the security detail, and I'm going to be sitting there trying to figure out if I can get Billy Morse to actually return my phone call to talk about the fucking police thing. But so you're going to just take off into this wild mafia sunset, and I'm going to be stuck.
I don't think that's going to happen. That sounds like more work than I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do it for a night, but that's about it.
Ever do security for bands?
I've done a little, never as a job per se, but like friends bands or whatever, I've definitely kind of held the line, and as you're well aware, I certainly am not afraid to throw a punch. So,
right.
I've definitely been in more than my share of fights. So I'm not afraid of violence in any way. So,
see,
I don't think there'll be any. Come on.
No, probably not. But I've always been more of like the lover, not a fighter kind of guy. I've been in very few fights, but some, pretty good ones. But I actually did security for a while. I was a bouncer at the Basement Club in the Flats back in the day. Remember the Basement?
Yeah.
And so, I was actually one of those guys that would get into fights and drag the people out of the bar when they were doing, acting like an ass. And I had a great time doing that kind of stuff. That was fun. I was also a security guard for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when it was being built.
Right.
And so I was just a jackass who sat in my car and had a little yellow light that I plugged into my cigarette lighter and put it on top of my car and just sat there trying to keep homeless people out of the hole.
Sure.
But I, as far as security goes, I did do security at the Powerhouse down in the Flats.
Okay.
And my job, I had a little time clock that I walked around with, and I had a key, and you had to go around to different spots and check in to make sure that you were checking stuff out. And like the worst thing that ever happened to me there was I found a couple having sex underneath the stairs of the Powerhouse. And I actually said, just finish, and I watched, and then they left. And so I wasn't much of a security guard.
Right.
I worked at security at the IX Center.
Okay.
And it was overnight. So
like
a show would come to town, it'd be pitch black in there, and it would be my sorry fat ass walking around. What am I going to do? I had a flashlight. So if somebody came in and wanted to rob the place, I wasn't going to do literally anything.
Right. Yeah. You were sleeping for an hour, getting up, taking a walk around, and going back to sleep for another hour.
And then sometimes I'd hide under a merchant table if I heard a noise, because it really was kind of a terrifying place to be at alone overnight. But so as far as security goes, I've never had to do something like this.
Sure.
This is a big deal.
Believe it or not, I have done security like this before in the military. You know, when I first got to Korea, the first 7 months that I was there, that was my job. I was a bodyguard for the commanding general of Armed Forces Korea. That was my job. So I actually do have experience doing it, but, you know, I'd imagine this is a little different than a 4-star general. So this is, I just can't believe that it's happening. It's so bizarre, man. I was saying to somebody today, I was talking to him about this, and I was like, how does this crazy stuff happen in my life? You know, it's like my life is, you know, I see everybody else's life, and none of this kind of wacky stuff happens. But my life, it's always something that's like, oh, now you're doing security for a mob boss. What? How the hell does that happen?
Well, I expect that because you are security detail that you will make sure that my parking space is good to go, and there's no bombs planted underneath my car, at least.
Well, I would hope.
Full search.
Now you're going to have to hire me away from Michael to get all that care.
Then I was going to ask you, I mean, is this something that's like a paid gig, or is it just
I don't
kind of
even
like
know. You know what? I talked to his guy today, and I didn't even ask. I don't care. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be like, hey, man, give me $100. You know, I'm forget it. You know, I don't care. Forget about it.
Don't be the next Daniel Penny.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, what happens if somebody does rush the stage? What are you going to do? Are you going to tackle somebody?
I'm
There's a
gonna
good
tackle
chance
him.
that you could get sued.
Way it
You
goes,
take
I
somebody
guess.
out, man, and like it's your life now.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Believe me, if they get up there, I'll take them all the way out. If I'm going to go to jail for it, I'm going to go to jail for a good reason, not for pushing some asshole.
Have you ever been to Lorraine Palace Theater?
No, I have not.
It's a nice joint, but it's large, man. So if you got to carry somebody out of there, you're gonna need to like hoof it up a long.
You need a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, you're gonna need to really, because it's uphill and it's a ways.
Right. I'll be fine.
Last time I was there was when I was given the house that I have.
Wow, well that's
I saw
nice.
John Rich there.
Right. Well, from what I'm told, I will not be too far away from Michael at all. I'll be like right, kind of like on his side. So, sounds like fun to me. I'm excited. Look, I'm excited to go. The worst part about it to me is I'm actually going to have to work instead of just sitting there watching and enjoying the show.
I was going to say, somehow you got roped into actually having a job during something that was supposed to be just fun.
Something that was just supposed to be just fun times. Y'all are going to have fun, and you're going to have to tell me how it was.
Like I said, I'm going to be watching from the side.
Yeah.
Because I think that will just be kind of cool. Hopefully, they can give me a seat over there. But I think the whole thing sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest.
It is. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
It starts at like what, 7 o'clock, I think?
7 o'clock, yeah.
And I think he does like an hour and
probably an hour and a half.
So I think, and I don't think
And then
we
the
don't
meet
have
and
opening
greet.
bands for stuff like this. Right?
No, but then there's the meet and greet after. That's probably another hour.
Yeah, I can't imagine they have like an opening mafia guy, or like some lower tier mafia guy that comes out and says, "Hey, this is what happened to me," and then you put the real mafia guy on.
Yeah, so, here's Johnny the Pig Pagano. You know,
I hate to be the opening act on that one.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I don't know how it all works. I guess I'll find out here because I got to give them some names of people that are going to go with me. But I'll get the story then. Am I going to wear a suit or tracksuit? Whatever they need me to wear.
Yeah, do they give you like a security shirt? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You get like a free security shirt?
Wow. They ain't going to give me, I know me, they ain't giving me nothing. I'm just going to show up and they're going to be happy that this big caveman looking monster is sitting next to Franzese, Michael Franzese.
I'll tell you right now, I've known you for a while and we went out, a month ago or something to
the comedy show.
And yeah, ain't nobody getting by you.
No. There's nobody going to get by me, and let's be honest, people take a look, they're going to think twice about coming at me.
Yeah.
That's the joy of me is, that I definitely look the part of a little bit crazy.
Yeah, you're going to be very intimidating, I think, on that stage.
Yep, I think so. So, and then maybe that's what he saw. Maybe he was watching the screen going, look at this fucking monster. It could very well be.
What the hell do I look like? Again, I'm going back to trans. Now I know that I'm going to go ahead and sign up to be a woman on my driver's license.
You've got the sophisticated glasses on and a respectable beard and whatnot. Especially on Monday when I didn't have a hat on and the hair was just all over the place, I just look like Captain Caveman. It's just a lot of hair and big.
I went from Seth the Barbarian to Seth the Broad.
The Broadbarian.
I mean, what the hell happened?
How tall am I? 5'9". Not that tall.
No, but you are intimidating.
Yeah.
There's no way you're 5'9". Get the fuck out of here.
I am. I'm 5'9". How tall do you think I was?
You're tall.
I'm 5'9".
No.
I am. I always have been. 5'9".
We're going to have to try that out on Saturday because I'm bringing a tape measure.
Go ahead. I'm 5'9".
That one.
I'm not taller than that. Why would I fake that I'm shorter?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe you grew and you just don't know it. Because I've seen you in person.
I'm a tall 5'9", I guess.
You are a tall 5'9", no doubt about it. But now, after this conversation, after finding out that I'm not going to be allowed anywhere near Michael because my friend is going to push me out of the way, I am going to absolutely apply to be a woman on my driver's license.
Hey, you get close to my client, I'll be kicking that fake leg right out from under you.
Yeah, see? I see how this works.
See that? My client now.
Yeah. And, I'm a fat guy, so you're going to have to drag my ass a long distance. You're going to have to get that wheelbarrow out.
I'll let the staff handle that. I'll just get you with the zip ties, and then I'm done with you.
So give me your tech weenie watching cameras, sending you radio messages over your earpiece. Couldn't I get a job like that? Yeah, we could have like a little walkie-talkies or something going on.
Yeah.
I remember Glenn Beck came to the radio studios one time.
Okay.
And obviously Glenn Beck is a great radio guy. A lot of people know him. In fact, if you sign up for the Odyssey channel,
yes,
the $4.99 a month, the extra content, I'll be putting up some bonus content either tomorrow or the next day with an epic rant from one Glenn Beck talking about what's going on in today's society, and I will respond to that because I think it's very cool. But anyways, he was at the radio station, and he shows up. Well, first, the day before, they sent one of their security detail into the building to see where he's going to be, what hallways he has to walk down, and all this
sure.
stuff. You would have thought the fucking president was going to be there.
Right.
And then when he does show up, he had to use a studio down the hall from us. And from what I heard, he was a nice guy. I kind of just waved.
Right.
You really couldn't get near him. The security guys were nice guys, but they did that. They had in their sleeves little microphone things, and they had those, ear pieces with curly wire hanging down from their ear, and they were all talking into their sleeves
for Glenn Beck.
For Glenn Beck. Wow. And then it was terrifying because we were on the fourth floor. You could see out the window when he was leaving. He was walking out to his car. His car, limo was there to pick him up.
Right.
And there was a woman who wanted to get her book signed.
Right.
And she started literally running at him with this book because she wanted to catch him before he got in the car.
Okay.
And we are all sitting upstairs going, oh, shit.
She's about to get jumped.
Something's going to happen to this broad, dude, because you don't run at Glenn Beck without something happening.
Right.
And immediately there was 4 guys. Hello. Hey, what are you doing? And they stopped her right in her tracks before she can get to him, but she just wanted a book signed and everything was cool. He's a very nice guy. But
sure.
I've seen details like that a couple of different times.
Okay.
But never with a radio guy. I mean, usually it was the governor was coming in.
I think Stern gets that treatment, doesn't he?
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
He doesn't even go into his own workplace without guards.
Yeah, when I met Stern, what year was that? Had to be, what year did the second book come out? Probably mid-90s?
Oh, which one was that? Miss America?
Miss America? I don't know. I have video of this somewhere, and I should play it on this show. But I was waiting to see him.
Yeah,
and I waited 95. Yeah, that makes sense. And I waited literally outside of a bookstore in an ice storm for 3 days to see this guy. I had a cardboard box that I slept in.
Right.
And I was literally like 10th in line to see Howard. And we got there and I was all excited. But he did come in with a whole bunch of security. And
right.
It's an army of people that protected that guy.
Sure.
But yeah, Governor, who's the governor before DeWine? Why am I drawing a blank on all this stuff?
Governor before DeWine. Kasich?
Kasich. Yeah. He would come in and, he had security that would. Kasich was probably the best of the bunch of all the people that I met with security details because he had his security come in like the day before to kind of like just see where he was going to be and what entrance to go in and stuff like that. And Kasich ended up being a total douche. But when we knew him and hung out with him, he would literally just show up in an SUV, but he sat in the front seat. He was listening to the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Red Hot Chili Pipers. The bagpipe band.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
And but then he would make fun of me. Tripp and I would just stand outside, and the security was like next to none. And he would just hop out of the car, and he told me that I looked stupid with the long hair, and told me to get a shave and all that kind of stuff. But he was just a nice guy, and we hung out and he'd go up in the elevator with Tripp and I without any security.
Okay.
So he was pretty cool. But I'm expecting big things from you on Saturday the 24th.
Well, I'm hoping that nobody hears about me on the news on Saturday evening. That's all I hope is that there's no news coming out of this thing, that everything is just nice and quiet and everybody comes and enjoys the show and leaves.
I want you to show up in, the suit, thin tie. I want the hair slicked back.
Yeah, pull the hair back.
Yeah, I want... I mean, you got to do the part. Dye the hair black. You have like the shoulder strap that you can see hanging out the coat. So you can see something's underneath their coat, but you can't really see what's underneath the coat.
I could wear like the Sonny Corleone like gun holster that's also like suspenders.
Yeah, I want to see sunglasses on, and even if you don't have
glasses.
Even if you don't have like the see like that. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And then even if you don't have like an actual walkie-talkie thing, I want you to have something in your ear that looks like it. I mean, we got to make you look the part.
Oh, I have that. I do have. Where is it at here? Somewhere here.
Remind me, what is Saturday the 24th? Michael Franzese.
I have the
Mafia
earpiece.
guy at Lorraine Palace Theater. 7
I got
o'clock.
this earpiece. Will this work?
See?
That'll
work.
In-ear monitor.
Yeah.
I could wear my in-ears.
So you're going to be security for the Mafia. That's
right.
going to be awesome. And then what my job, though, is I have double secret probation fucking cool guy stuff, operations to do. Now, I'm going to take video, though, so I can post it and we can play it on the show.
Absolutely.
So that way we can see everything that you're doing. I'm sure maybe I'll have to get permission from them to do it.
No.
But I'm going to take video of you being security guy and some of the stuff behind the scenes that goes on so we can play it on the show.
Sure.
Because I think that'll be pretty cool.
That will be fun.
Because otherwise,
the whole thing is fun. I mean,
at this point, I'm just hoping they have a buffet for me to have a snack behind me. And then you're going to get a call. Security.
Yeah.
Security. There's a fat dude with a fake leg eating all the buffet.
Get this guy off the buffet. That's Michael's shrimp.
That's probably the worst thing you're going to have to deal with the entire time, I hope, anyways.
Probably. I hope I have nothing to deal with. I hope my only job is to keep my head on a swivel and listen to him talk about the mob. That's all I hope. And that's what the guy kind of made it sound like. Well, you could try.
I don't recommend that, Jim.
I'll just tell you now. I'm going to do my job. I'm not doing it as an honorary thing. If somebody rushes the stage, I am going to kick the shit out of them. That is for sure.
Well, I mean, that's what you were hired to do.
That's what I'm being hired to do, is do that.
I don't know about hired, but like...
That's what I'm being brought there to do.
See, I look at this like a mafia thing.
Yeah, me too.
The mafia guy pulls you into the room, and he's...
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Well, he's not Jim. Sorry. But yeah, I look at it as the mafia is asking you for a favor here. So
Well, you know what they say. Someday I may have to. Well, you don't know what they say because you've never seen The Godfather.
don't say that.
Well, you never have.
I know I haven't, but I've seen Goodfellas like 400 times.
Yeah, but that's all the good phrases that I want to use here from The Godfather.
I've seen the Danny Green movie 4,000 times.
The Irishman.
I've seen Bronx Tale 4,000 times. You kind of have to watch some of this stuff when you work with Triv. If you don't, you are screwed. I remember the first time Triv asked me, he's like, "Don't you have that clip?" And it was a Pesci clip from Goodfellas.
Okay.
What am I, a clown? Do I amuse you?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so Triv was saying that, and I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I think that was the first time that Triv wanted me fired because I had no clue what the hell he was talking about. And when he told me, I was like, all right, I'm going to go home. I got to watch all these movies.
Right.
And I watched all of the ones that I know that he liked, except for the Godfather stuff. I just couldn't get into it.
How could Triv have not made you watch The Godfather, though? It's the most quotable movie of all of them.
Because one, it's kind of out of my age range, I think. What year did that movie
It's out
come
of
out?
my age range, too. 872. I was 4. It's the best movie ever made.
The filmography of it looks a little bit shoddy to me.
Stop. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I've never really attempted to watch it.
Dude,
Everybody that I talked to said it's boring.
You know what? When I see you on the 24th, I'm bringing you the box set. I'm going to hand you the box set on DVD, and you can watch it. And then you could tell me that it's boring, because it's not. It's fantastic.
Look, and the worst part, let me tell you the worst part. So I was talking to the publicist for Michael.
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right, are you a mob guy?" I was like, yeah. I mean, because again, I've seen a lot of the other movies.
Sure.
And I've talked to Triv 4,000 times about, the mafia and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I consider myself maybe not an aficionado, but I know some stuff about it, enough to be, somewhat educated.
Sure.
But the publicist goes, "All right, I'm going to quiz you." And he asked me a question about The Godfather.
Of course.
And I'm sitting there and I'm driving, not me, but I'm in the car at least. And so I was like, "Look, I'm driving. I have no idea. It's so long ago since I watched it." And I didn't want to say I've never seen the movie. Then I thought the interview was going to get canceled.
What was the question he asked you?
The 5 people that died at the end of the movie.
Of Godfather 1?
Yeah.
And you had no idea of any of them.
I think I rattled off some names.
Some names that were all wrong. Michael Corleone.
Michael. I mean, I didn't even the
Kay.
last names. It was all names that sounded Italian to me.
Yeah.
I think I lost when I was like a Tito. I didn't know. I was just going off.
Come on, there's Mo Green, Carlo, Titalia, Cusano. Who's the 5th one? Barzini. There's your 5.
I think I said linguine, spaghetti, pizza, ravioli. I tried to make it sound like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is what it is.
See, they're gonna see you come. Knowing this, they're gonna see you coming and not even let you in the door. This guy never even saw The Godfather.
Look,
Stay
at
out.
least I have an in. I know the security guard.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, hey, not that night. I'm on call. I'm working. I ain't helping you out. You haven't seen The Godfather.
I'm gonna watch it before we go to that show on
right.
Saturday the 24th.
All right.
I will have all the knowledge that I need.
There you go.
To watch him on stage and to be able to be let into the building.
There you go. Perfect. You got to watch at least Godfather 1, if not 1 and 2.
How many are there?
3.
Was the 3rd one bad?
3rd one's not great. There's a reissue of it. Look, this is how much I love The Godfather. I not only own it in physical box set, but I also own it in digital on my Amazon account, including the recently recut Godfather 3 Coda edition, which takes the bad way that they framed up Godfather 3 when they released it in theaters and reworks it so it makes a lot more sense. So I own all of it. I am a total fan.
Yeah. Here we are. I thought we were friends. Now you're big timing me.
Well,
my entire life is done. Dealt with big time in me.
Now that I'm a mob enforcer, I don't have time for the little people anymore.
I know you. Yeah. I'm the one who booked the damn interview, and all of a sudden, Chris is going to be like riding with the limousine with the mafia.
Hey, I might be working some gas tax or something. As far as I'm concerned, hey, tell me what to do, Michael.
All right, yeah. As long as you slide me a couple of bucks.
Hey, if he shows me how to have just one of those $10 million months, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I got no problem doing some of that stuff on the down low.
Yeah, me either.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to that. Again, June 24th, 7 o'clock, Lorraine Palace Theater. Michael Franzese, actually the bigger story, Chris, security guard, Aiken, going to be protecting the mafia guy.
Look at that.
So if you haven't got your tickets yet,
yes,
I think it's going to be one hell of a sight, and I think we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot
So
of
we're
fun.
definitely going.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're definitely going.
So even if you don't care about Michael Franzese,
Yeah.
the bigger attraction will be the two of us.
Public appearance by us somewhere. Look at that.
So get your tickets. I'll be the guy with a fake leg with my phone up in the air.
Right.
All right, let's take a quick break. We got Tony Musachio coming up in about 2 minutes. All
right, cool.
Hang on.
What separates Triv's restaurant in Strongsville from everybody else? Some restaurants you go to eat the same thing over and over and over. But then there are restaurants like Triv's, where you want to go there every single time and eat something different until you have eaten every single item on the menu. Why? Because the food's delicious, and it has been for almost a quarter of a century. Triv's has amazing food, outstanding service, and an opportunity for you to have private dining, special events, and intimate occasions. You can enjoy a memorable fine dining experience in your own dedicated, intimate space. Visit Triv's in the heart of Strongsville. Call now for reservations, 440-238-8830. Triv's in Strongsville. Joe Burdick custom flags are amazing. Each flag is handcrafted to reflect the imperfect perfection, making each piece of patriotic wall art unique. This is a local small business, veteran-owned and proud. Joe Burdick creates symbolic artwork that is built to last. Display your spirit, pride, and patriotism by calling 440-305-2065 and let Joe's flag serve you. 440-305-2065. Joe Burdick Flags. Let me introduce you to Charlie's Auto Repair. Any car, any truck, any problem, Charlie's does it right. You know how it is. The check your engine light comes on, you put air in the tires, and the light is still on. 216-470-0170. That's Charlie's Auto Repair, 13728 Madison in Lakewood. Charlie can do it all, from small engine repair to fleet maintenance and system diagnostics. 216-470-0170. Charlie's Auto Repair. Let Charlie make your car great once again.
Back here, the Seth Williams Show, Chris Aiken on the CMS Network.
That's Chris Aiken, Mob Enforcer.
I'm sorry. I apologize. The title. On the CMS Network.
That's right.
Make sure you are supporting the show by subscribing to the Odyssey channel.
That's
Just
right.
go to the website, thesethwilliamsshow.com. You can sign up on the link there.
Yeah,
$4.99 a month. That's all it's going to cost you to get extra bonus stuff.
And thanks to our first, two people that did sign up already.
Yes, we do.
Thank
have two
you.
people that signed up. My dad and Scott. So,
thank you and thank you.
Yes. So we have two.
Well, it's two more than we had on Monday, at the beginning
is
of
true.
Monday show,
That is
so
true.
we'll take it.
But make sure you sign up, thesethwilliamsshow.com. And actually, the website looks very nice. I was there today. It looks very good.
Yeah.
You did a good job on that, my friend.
Thank you.
Looks very cool.
When I'm not
Right now,
enforcing
though,
the mob, I'm doing tech stuff.
Yeah, you are a multi-talented person. Enforcer.
That's right.
Tech guy.
That's right. Pinball guy.
Pinball guy, tech guy, enforcer.
That's right.
Let's go to our
food guy.
Food guy.
That's right.
Tony Musachio.
Seth, Chris, how are you guys?
Hey, Tony.
Good. In our industry, we need every ears and every eyes. Even if it's Van Gogh, we'll take one ear in this industry. Guys, I am here live at Tulum, which is located in Twinsburg, 8910 Haddon Road. It's right on the intersection of 480 and Route 82. And as you can see in the background here, this is Tulum, which is the rooms in Tulum, which is over 880 years old in Mexico at the border of...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Should have good internet there.
100 years old. We can't build...
Oh, boy.
Guys, you got me?
Now we do.
I said, here's Tulum, which is over 880 years old. We can't even build homes in America that last for 80 years.
That's right.
Isn't it crazy?
Well,
So
880
again,
years ago, they didn't have internet, so maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. I'm surprised we have the internet here, which is good. We have the internet.
Yeah.
Actually, if you can just look up right here, all of the art, everything that is in this restaurant, from the floor to the chairs to the tables to the bar that is built, is all imported from Mexico. It's an upscale Mexican restaurant. Seth, you're going to love this one. They are also affiliated with Cozumel. So they have 15 restaurants which are located throughout northeastern Ohio. Great restaurant. They have the patio, which is right here. And it is an outdoor patio. You can actually sit right in the chairs here on a very nice day. It's cool. And of course, they have a full liquor bar. And they have, everybody knows Tony, strawberry daiquiri and mango. As you can see, I got to plug this, right, guys?
That's right.
Look at these two spaceman machines. I'm just going to put my head right under. Can't wait till the health inspector sees this one.
Don't waste the product, Tony.
No, actually, I do need to waste the product. I hope they spill more of it. That's exactly right. So I got to tell you a funny story. On my bottles and on my business card, it says, we spill more product than our competition sells. And I got this logo when I was in Chicago and the product was being made. Now we're actually making it out of Florida. One of the vats, it was a raspberry vat. Now picture this. The vat had probably 300 gallons of raspberry. So there's raspberries, mango, strawberry, lime. I was going through the tour dressed up, white shirt on a tie. The vat broke on the bottom. It spilled all over. I had dots of red all over my shirt, and I was jumping on an airplane. They must have thought I was a terrorist. True story. So again, I'm walking through the foyer here, guys. This is actually was made in Mexico, this fountain. Wow. Unfortunately, they can't get it running. So I think on the back of it, it says made in China.
Nice.
Okay. Guys, this is really a cool place. So they opened up. Unfortunately, they built this place during pandemic. It was a challenge to open up. They put a lot of money. And Chris, we had talked about this a few months ago, where you would ask, when is this place going to open up? Or are they open? How are they doing? And again, you know, I'm in the restaurant industry. The challenge has been here. They are finally open. They're doing wonderful. And they're great owners here. So it's really cool. So, guys, let me just go to my table right here. We have, as always, a table full of food. Rice bowl, which has salmon in it and chicken. I have the avocado hour. And I have the chicken salad and avocado. Isn't this wonderful? And guess what? As you can see, the glasses that are in front of me, I've been here since 2 o'clock. And of course, I got to give myself a plug. Everybody knows Tony. Strawberry, raspberry, peach, lime, mango, pomegranate, orange cream, every flavor under the sun. You can find it at Dean's Supply. Guys, I thank you for the plug.
Oh, good. Well, Tony, that place looks excellent. I think I might come over there for dinner tonight. That looks awesome.
You know what? Yeah, you got to check it out. And you know what, Chris, I got to tell you something. What's really cool about it is they have a great staff here. So you can sit down in the patio. I literally ordered this food and it came to me. That's the beauty of a Mexican restaurant. It came in front of me like it's almost scary. Instantly, I had 3 bowls in front of me. I don't know how they do it. So, you know how they do it? Because it's already, they know what they're doing.
Right.
Let's put it that way. They know what they're doing when it comes to Mexican restaurants. Obviously, rice is already pre-cooked, and they've done a great job. Also, they have a great menu here, too, which they never shorten their menu, whether it be at Cozumel's or at this location. They also own Corona, which is located in Sagamore. And instead of shortening their menu, they kept the menu the same after the pandemic, which is really cool. So, again, guys, I am here live at a restaurant, as always, on your show. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And, Chris, do you have children?
I grown, but yeah.
Okay. So, obviously, it's a very special day for us this Sunday. I got to tell you a true story.
Okay.
I was accepted to Kent State University when I was 18 years old.
Right.
And my brother bought me a box of condoms. Not like a 3-pack, not like a 6-pack, not like 16. I mean a freaking box. I think there was like 100 in there.
All right.
So I am in college. Fast forward, I get a telephone call from this young lady about 15 years ago. And she says, I don't know if you remember me or not, but I dated your brother when we were in our 20s. And I have a son who is in the hospital right now with a Mediterranean fever. My ex-husband does not have any Mediterranean in his bloodline.
Okay.
Your brother may be my son's father.
Wow.
I call my brother. He's in Arizona. This lady and her son live in Florida. I tell my brother, you got to call this lady. She sends him the kit. Sure enough, he's the father, 9.9999.
Okay.
Now, this is the first test my brother ever passed in life. So fast forward, every Father's Day, now I send my brother one individual condom with written instructions.
Nice.
Guys, happy Father's Day.
You
Tony
too,
Musachio reporting live at Tulum in Twinsburg. Everybody knows Tony. And let me tell you where you can see me or actually hear me every Saturday morning on Flashpoint 1490 WERE between 10 o'clock and 11. I am with the infamous, famous, my mentor, my best actually one of the top broadcasters in Cleveland, Ohio, Ed Flash Ferentz. So took me under his wing, and in July I'll be with him for 8 years. So
Awesome, Tony.
guys,
Great.
thank you again. I appreciate
Thanks,
you
Tony.
as always.
All right,
You're
Tony.
very welcome. Have a
Take
great
care.
evening and happy Father's Day.
You too.
Thank you.
To all the fathers, and if you don't know that you're a father, guess what? You may end up being one. You never know. This story can happen to you. I'll see you guys.
All right, Tony.
Back to the studio.
Thanks, Tone. The place looks great.
I'm going to go. I'm not even kidding. I might go over there right after.
The food looks amazing, but the only thing I can think about throughout that entire thing, other than the food looks wonderful, the place looks great, is, boy, he sure has a pretty mouth. Because that's the only thing we can see of Tony.
He's in witness protection. They don't show his eyes, so you can't identify him.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that place looks fantastic.
It does. It does
And
look really cool.
It's literally 5 minutes from my house.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I drive by it all the time. All the time I drive by it. So I didn't realize it was open until when I asked Tony 2 months ago or whatever.
Yeah. I like Mexican food. I've been trying to avoid it because I prefer to go to bed and stay in bed. I don't want my stomach bothering me in the middle of the night. And then there was one place, I'm not going to mention the restaurant, but a Mexican joint.
Okay.
And I went to their website. We were going to order food. And usually you get the same damn thing that we always get. Because it's what I like. And like I told you before, my eating habits are what they are, and I get what I like. And so I went to the website, looked at it, said, yep, I'm going to get that. Same thing, normal. I call, order it, go to pick it up, and it's $8 more expensive than it says on the website.
Oh, boy.
And I looked at the girl, and I was like, what the hell is this? What do you mean? I mean, they went literally $25
for a $15 meal or whatever.
Mexican meal that was normally $15.
Right.
And, oh, well, we changed our prices. Well, then you should change them on the damn website.
Yeah.
You don't surprise people when they show up to get food with, here's a bill for extra $10 almost.
Yeah. Did you still pay it or did you walk?
I walked.
Okay, good. That's how you get them to change it on the website, is by walking.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally, I probably walked from 3 different places in the past month because I refused to pay what they're charging for the little food that they give you now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
But that place looked really good. That rice bowl that they had there looked really, really tasty.
Yeah, like I said, we got a half hour left. All right.
Tony can't be the father. His head was cut off.
Yeah, Tony's girl needs to know that you got to put his head in the middle of the screen. Don't try to wedge him into the screen. Put his head in the middle.
We're gonna get this all figured out with Tony, and it's gonna be fantastic. Eventually. We're just trying it out for 8 months.
Yeah,
it'll be good very, very soon. He's great, and the segment's really good, and I enjoy having him at all these different places. I had no idea where he was going to be today, so that was.
We got to get him a tripod or something.
Yeah, but he likes to walk around.
Well, yeah, but you can get those like the tripod thing now that you can like hook to your shoulders or something, and it's like
a moving.
Yeah. But it moved, but it's also whatever you call that, shake free or whatever, so that it doesn't look like you're walking. You know, it doesn't look like a body cam on a cop show. It actually looks smooth. So we got to get him one of those.
I do like the segment, just fun to joke.
We know.
What was the big announcement? We already talked about it. It wasn't anything for the show. I mean, it is for the show. It's good exposure for the show again. Michael Franzese, the Mafia guy, likes the show. Thought we did a great interview. Thought Chris is great. And now Chris is doing security for him.
That's right. I'm now a security guard for Michael Franzese for the famed mob guy.
I mean, if we had other people on the show, the big announcement is we're going national. Even though it is what it is.
We did go national.
Yeah, we have been.
Day one.
I was on today. Let's take a quick break.
All right.
And then we'll come back. We got a half hour to go still.
Yeah, all good.
YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. You got to check out that website. We're going to have the owner, Melissa, on at some point. But YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. Great site. Very cool stuff. It's a very cool concept. And you got to check out just go to the website and check it out. If nothing else, check out the website. I think you're going to like it, but we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Hang on.
There's no place like home, and whether it's furniture, artwork, home accessories, appliances, or that one-of-a-kind collectible, Yellow Brick Road Online Auctions allows you to find everything you need from the comfort of your own home. The owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions has been conducting online estate auctions for over 8 years by providing homeowners with a stress-free process to liquidate all items that have accumulated over the years.
I'm Melissa Mendici, owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions. Log on today to find your heart's desire.
Hey, it's Seth from Mario's Barbershop in Parma, 7526 Broadview Road in the Pleasant Valley Shopping Center right next to Big Lots. You got to check out Mario, man. Great guy, does a lot for charities, but can perform miracles with hair. He even made me look clean cut. Does my hair, does a great job. Love talking to the guy while I'm sitting there. It's a great place to go, local business. You gotta go to Mario's Barbershop in Parma. Mario's Barbershop in Parma, 7526 Broadview Road. Again, in Parma, Pleasant Valley Shopping Center, right next to Big Lots. Or give them a call, 216-520-1977. That's 216-520-1977. Mario's Barbershop in Parma.
Trust Joe's Lakewood Computer at 14035 Madison in Lakewood. They have over 30 years of professional service handling laptop and desktop repair services, virus removal, and data migration, and much more. You can trust them with hardware updates to your computer's memory and hard drive. Call 216-651-3880. Whether you need a simple Windows install or you're interested in the latest computers for gaming, call Joe's Lakewood Computer at 216-651-3880.
This is Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cleveland Cavaliers, for attorney Will Spiegelberg. Will Spiegelberg is not only a name you know, he's someone you can trust as your attorney, no matter the circumstance. Will Spiegelberg is an attorney you can always count on. Will Spiegelberg is the attorney you should contact for all your legal work. When you need an attorney, call Will Spiegelberg at 216-233-4240. Attorney Will Spiegelberg, a great teammate. 216-233-4240.
Right back here at the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken on the CMS network and everywhere else. Yes, we are on iHeart as well.
You're happy about that, right?
I am very happy about that. In fact, still, Scott looking into getting that commercial. I just need to figure out the financial way to do that. Some breaking news here, I guess.
Okay.
Happening while we're doing this. Marine veteran Daniel Penny has been indicted for the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely.
Oh, boy.
Indicted Wednesday for the indicted on charges of criminally negligent homicide and second-degree manslaughter.
Well, let's hope that he's found not guilty on that one.
Yeah. To me, this is a pressure indictment.
Of course.
By this grand jury. This is insane to me. I mean, you have a crazy person who's been arrested 42 different times.
Yeah.
Who's on a subway saying that he doesn't care if he dies. He doesn't care if he goes to jail. Yeah. It's on video.
Mm-hmm.
A Marine steps up to neutralize the situation. And it wasn't a 20-minute kneeling on a neck of a drug addict, oh, by the way. It was a chokehold to prevent this person from doing harm to others.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, by the way, had the assistance of other people on the train.
And they're not being charged or not yet?
What's that?
Are they being charged too?
Not that I've seen, no.
Okay.
But Daniel Penny is being indicted, or has been indicted on
it's New York?
Manslaughter.
Is this New York?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, of course. I mean, that's what, I mean, you could pick the cities that it could have been, but of course it's New York, and with that ridiculous DA that they have up there, and then when you have all the protests and all the bullshit that people do, I guess I didn't expect anything less out of New York.
Yeah, well,
this is the lesson to you, my friend, of what could happen if you take somebody out when you're security on Saturday the 24th.
Well, like I said before, if you take them out, take them all the way out, because if you're going to jail for it, you might as well get your money's worth.
As Daniel said, his chest was rising and he was breathing. You can clearly see that in the video.
And that'll be why he's not guilty.
No wonder people don't step up to stop things. And that is pretty messed up anymore. It really is insane what's going on, because I've seen part of my day is spent looking for videos to play on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I open up the show every time with a bunch of videos.
Sure.
That I find throughout the day. And last night I was watching one. I think it was too big actually for me to download. But it was from my phone to this, whatever. And it was a video of, I think, a Steak and Shake somewhere, where a group of teens were sitting where they should not be sitting. The staff told them to move, and it erupted into an all-out brawl. Now, there were a bunch of people there, but you know what happened?
Yeah, cameras came
Everybody took out their friggin' phones and started recording everything instead of actually stopping what was going on.
Yeah, started yelling "World Star."
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. What these people on the subway could have done instead of recording the damn thing is helped out the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a bad time, dude. Everything's a mess. You know, it's like we talked about with Michael on Monday about, wouldn't it be nice if there was just a little bit of the mob mentality back into the cities where you didn't mess with your cities and the neighborhood took care of itself. I miss that day. That day is gone, man. Instead now it's just the next need for a TikTok video. That's all it is.
So what do you do now? What do you do if you see something happening? Do you say something? Do you do something? Or do you just walk away? Or do you take your phone out? I don't know what you do anymore.
Well, I would never I think I would still just roll the dice. Personally, I think I would honestly just roll the dice and I'm going to stop a situation if it's in front of me. Whatever that circumstances be damned. I don't think I'm capable of just sitting back and saying, okay, go ahead, kill him. I'm going to sit back and watch and not interfere. I don't think I have that in me.
I mean, I don't know what I would do if I was in a situation at a restaurant and a fight broke out, whether I would try to stop it or if I saw somebody stealing, I'm probably not going to, what am I going to do?
I don't think I'd stop anybody stealing anymore because that's senseless there. That's just, you just know that the laws allow the theft. So basically they're not breaking the law. Where the law says there's no penalty for up to $900 or whatever. Then go ahead, as far as I'm concerned, go ahead.
But I don't know what I would do if I was in a situation on a train or on a bus. I don't ever want to get on a bus. But I don't know what I would do if somebody was acting up and either threatening people or...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe when I was a little bit more agile, I wasn't much more agile, but when I had two legs, I might have done something. But now I don't know what I would do.
Well,
I'd like to think that I would step up and do something.
Yeah, you would like to. I mean, you would think that you would. Dude, if that's how you were before, that's how you are now. Honestly, even with the leg not as good as it was, if there was something you legitimately thought you could do, you would end up doing it because your internal morality will tell you to do so. You can't. Nobody. When push comes to shove into something real, nobody sits there and thinks about, well, am I going to get in trouble for this? You just do it. You just, your internal guy in your head just tells you what to do.
I mean, I saw a video the other day of a couple, I think it was at Cedar Point, but amusement park, but I think it was Cedar Point. And they had a kid, and they were trying to force this kid to get on another roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid was saying no, he didn't want to. And the kid started asking for help and looked panicked. You could see it in the video. This kid looked panicked.
Right.
And you hear the mother, or whatever she was, say, we don't have to keep you. And apparently this was a foster parent.
Okay.
And said that to this kid, and somebody was recording it. Now, instead of recording the damn thing, if you see a kid that's in trouble, you see a kid that is asking for help, why don't you do something?
Yeah, instead of video.
Put the damn phone away instead of putting it on social media.
Yeah.
And grab somebody. Grab an authority at the park. Follow that family.
Yeah, but the problem is that the authorities won't even bother with that anymore. Look at how many... Dude, you're a TikTok guy. Look at how many freaking Disney fights there are out there.
There's a lot.
There's no... Again, all of the stuff that we were raised on is gone. That's the part that we don't want it to be true. We don't want to admit that it's true, but it's gone. Dude, when you were a kid, if you were acting up in a store, your mom would grab you by the ear and yank you out. Remember those days when you were 6, 7 years old? I can remember running through the grocery store with my arm out and just knocking boxes into the aisle. Like boxes of cereal or soda or whatever, just knocking it all off the shelves. And I can remember as plain as day, the minute my mom caught me, it was grabbed one ear and just yanking me right the hell out of the store. And then sitting with me in the car yelling at me or giving me a smack with a what do you call it, a hairbrush or whatever she had. Comb.
Sandy says recording for evil TikTok. Look, not all TikTok is evil, believe me. There's plenty of things I could show you on TikTok that are very nice. And I'm not talking about the girls. I'm talking about there are some redeeming qualities about TikTok. I've seen, reuniting of families from military members and stuff like that. So there are things you can do that are good for social media.
Well,
However,
where's the good social media you should be looking at instead? That's my question to Sandy. Which one is better?
There's
YouTube, Daily Motion, Odyssey, Twitter,
Odyssey, YouTube, Facebook, and only the Seth Williams Show.
Yes,
all of it.
That's the only good ones. And even those might get crazy sometimes. Who knows?
Yeah. You do what your morals lead to.
That's right. Yeah. I do the same thing. It's one of the reasons I stopped going to stores, because I kept yelling at people.
If someone stealing from a store, I would let employees know they can decide what to do.
Yeah.
I did that one time. I've done that one time. And I don't like being a narc kind of guy. That's not my style. But I saw a guy, I was in a liquor store, and I saw a guy putting a big fucking Crown Royal bag down his pants.
Right.
And I went over to him, and basically I was probably being selfish. I just don't want my liquor prices raised.
Right.
And so I was telling the owner of the store that this guy was stealing, and they let the guy walk out. Didn't even say a damn thing.
Yeah, they don't care. They'll just write it off, just one bottle. They don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's probably more hassle to stop them than it is to...
Well, it's more of a legal entanglement, too, now.
But, yeah, the whole whipping out the phone thing is kind of insane. I hope that I wouldn't do that if I was in that kind of situation. I don't think I would. I don't know.
You just don't worry about it, man. I mean, that's... Thankfully, I don't spend enough time out in the public to where I got to worry about any of this crap. I stay hidden in my little cave here.
Social media is like a lie. It spreads 100 times faster than one truth.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Well, now this Daniel Penny is going to be tried, I guess, on these charges. And
well, if they've got video of the guy still breathing when he let go, then they're not guilty. Ding, ding.
How about this? You should. That guy's a hero. He should be given a medal for helping people, for stopping a crazy person.
I agree.
How about that crazy person should have been on the streets to begin with?
Well, come on.
And I know there's a lot of bleeding hearts out there, and I have family members that are some of them.
It's mentally challenged.
I apologize. But you got to stop these people at some point. Yeah. You got to there's got to come a time where, again, this is what we talked about at the beginning of the show, where we actually go back to having some normalcy.
Yeah. We need the insane asylums back to lock some of these people up. Some people just are not meant to be freewheeling in the streets. They're just not meant to be that way. See, the cop came from Euclid.
Kid actually asked why he was shot. He had a gun in his hand, and it came up towards the cops. You remember the Tamir Rice thing?
Yeah.
The kid that had the gun?
Yeah, the 12-year-old or something?
Yeah, and it wasn't a real gun. It was a fake gun, whatever it was.
Or something, yeah.
And he was putting them in people's faces and twirling around on the streets and stuff. And then the cop pulled up and they ended up shooting the kid.
Pulled out and shot him, yeah.
I was able, along with other people that I worked with, to be able to see the difference between some of these guns. I mean, we had cops actually bring in a box of guns, one of which was a pink gun.
Sure.
And it looked like a toy. The gun was real.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know the difference between these things sometimes.
No.
And, you shouldn't be doing that kind of thing.
And a lot of the
you
real
could tell, when we were kids, you could tell the difference between a cops and robbers gun that we were playing with when it was a cap gun, and you could tell when it was a plastic little thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell the difference now.
No.
And you have to be smart. Or how about this? Raise your kids to be smart enough to do the right damn thing.
Yeah. How about just, in today's world, how about just not be out with a gun of any sort, real or fake? Because you don't know. Look. Here's a gun. Is it real? Is it a BB gun? Is it fake? Is it a toy? What do you think? Can you tell?
I can't tell.
Nobody can tell. I mean, here it is. No one can tell. I know. And believe me, if you break into my house, you'll know. But I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, that doesn't look that much different from a toy gun that you would buy in a store, like in Walmart, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I don't know. When my boss were very young and the store youngest was causing a scene, if we don't stop, we're going. You gotta take care of these kids.
Yeah, of course.
If you'll never support the Guardians because you're a lifelong Indians fan, join us here.
All right, I'm saving that. I'll click that link after the show.
Is that a good link to click? We got to make sure.
Well, it's a Facebook group. It can't be that bad.
My Facebook got hacked the other day, apparently.
Did it? Oh, that's not good.
Somebody said that they got a friend request from me and had like a picture on it.
Okay.
And where does this come from where people are too freaking stupid to understand that that's not my Facebook? Just report the damn thing and then get it over with.
Yeah. Especially when you have a show. You have a show where if you indeed lost your page, you'd be on the show saying, hey, I lost my page. So.
But I don't know. This Daniel Penny thing kind of has me in a little bit of a tizzy because, I know people that want him and support him going to jail, what he did, and I don't understand. I don't understand why the crazies are still let out. I don't understand why that guy wasn't in jail to begin with.
Right.
And if the Justice Department, if the justice system did things the right way, then none of this happens.
Now you'd be getting a key to the city of Manhattan.
And then on top of it, who do they not arrest? They don't arrest the people that are standing in the middle of the subway tracks, blocking people from getting to work or to wherever they need to go.
No,
they don't arrest the people that are protesting and burning shit down. They don't arrest those people, but they arrest the guy that's trying to stop something bad from happening.
Yeah, but those people were angry, Seth. Don't you know that?
I forgot.
They were disenfranchised and angry.
In this rant that I want to play from Glenn Beck, I'm going to do it on the bonus content. He talks about the media just lies to you, and they lied directly to your freaking face.
Oh, yeah.
There were media members actually saying at the time of the riots and these protests that go on, these are peaceful protests.
Yeah.
While there was a car burning in the background,
Mm-hmm.
you can see buildings and cars on fire as they're telling you that these are peaceful protests that are allowed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we as Americans put up with it. And we say, yes, sir.
They're just
And
like,
we
all right,
move
whatever.
along.
Yeah. That's
And, it's about time that we wake up. And I talk about some of that stuff in the bonus content. Sign up on Odyssey, $4.99 a month.
There you go. Perfect. All right, so you did, real quick before we end the show, you did an interview today yourself?
Yes, I did.
Look at you. You're talking about me with my mafia connection. Look at you, internet guy.
I did an interview with another podcast.
Look at that.
The Lord.
Live and Loud with the Lord.
Live and Loud with the Lord.
That's right.
Great guy.
Yeah, Lord Nelson.
Lord Nelson, very good guy. And we talked for like almost 45 minutes.
Okay.
And he literally asked from when I was born what kind of shoes I wore to anything that's going on tonight with my life.
Right.
But he is very thorough and he is a very funny guy, very entertaining. And I'm not talking shit about him. He's really, really cool.
Sure.
And I love talking to him. I want to get him on this show too, so people can see what I'm talking about. He's a super nice guy. We talked about everything from what this show is all about, what it means to me, and what Triv meant to me.
Sure.
And the health problems that I had and continue to have, but he was very cool. We even talked about the Browns and Steelers because he had a couple of Steelers hats in the background.
Well, everybody's got a flaw.
Yeah, but yeah, he was he was very, very cool. Live and Loud with the Lord.
Yes.
And what night? You said he's on Saturday nights?
Yeah.
Saturday nights he releases his
Yeah,
stuff?
he releases Saturday nights on CMS Network and YouTube and Odyssey and all the places.
So you got to look for this, though, because it was a very cool interview. And I really enjoyed doing it. So I'm looking forward to actually checking that out.
Absolutely.
When he releases. We're going to find out when he's going to put that out there because I want to check it out. But I picked up one thing from him today. I don't know if you've noticed.
What's that?
because I've done it a couple of times now during the show.
Mm-hmm.
I've said the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken on the CMS network.
Oh, yeah.
Because that guy was the king of promoting the hell out of the CMS network.
Dude, he is so happy to be on the CMS network. He does. Like every post he puts on his Facebook, everything is his name of his company is what? Five Royals Entertainment.
Yeah.
And he literally every post he has is Five Royals Entertainment and the CMS network present Live in Love with the Lord. It's like the longest intro ever, but
yeah, and then like he was cool about it. They kept saying it. Like I gotta say it 3 times. CMS network. And it was very fun. It was a good interview, I think, anyways. I don't know if I sucked. I probably sucked, but he was very good. He was very entertaining. So look for that.
Dude, have you ever heard his song with Stuck Mojo about that was anti I guess not anti-Muslim, but anti-Iraqi war or it was anti the 9/11 terrorists.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard it.
Let me see if I can pull up, and we won't play all of it because it's like 7 minutes long, but let me see if I can pull
Real quick
up.
while you're doing that,
Yeah, go ahead.
Flat Earth Guy is going to join us Monday the 26th.
Yes.
Monday the 26th of June. Flat Earth Guy, Plain Truth Guy / conspiracy guy. He's got some really great stuff. Some stuff that I think is going to be mind-blowing to a lot of people.
I would think so. I mean, he said that. Let's see if it's true.
Look, he told me via text and on the phone, because I called him to set up a date with him, that I may be able to retire after this news breaks, and we're going to go. We're going to go. Everything's going to go crazy when this news is announced.
All right.
So Flat Earth Guy will be joining us on the 26th. Next Monday, we have another mob guy on.
Yeah, Scott Dietschy.
So we're going to talk to him about that kind of stuff. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, got a lot of guests coming. Slowly but surely, we're getting a whole lot of stuff. That is a Metallica show from Cleveland in 2018, I guess. It was last tour, whatever last tour was. Of course, that's where my seats were, 9 million miles away from the stage. So, it was not good seats, and it was ridiculously priced. So, here, I'm just going to play you a little bit of this opens so that you can see. You were talking earlier about me being big and tall. Yeah. This is a big, tall man. He's like every bit of 6'5", 6'6", and menacing as hell. Check out. This is Lord Nelson, who you interviewed with earlier today. This is from Stuck Mojo from, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. Here we go.
But I speak war when your hate is provoking. The season is open 24/7, 365. Man up, yo, turn the ride. No need to hide behind slogans.
Now be honest.
Claiming that you're a religion of peace. We just don't believe you. We can clearly see through the madness that you're feeding your people. Jihad.
Be honest. You would not mess with that guy.
No, not even a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, when I did the interview with him,
yeah,
I had no idea. I mean, not that I haven't heard of the band, but I didn't listen to the band.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a shot against him. But I didn't know he's a badass dude.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I talked to him, he really was just a funny, fun kind of guy.
Yeah.
He never had a smile on his face the entire
time. Oh, yeah.
time
He's
we were
totally
talking.
happy. It's weird when you see this. This is like angry.
Yeah, but that's badass. That's good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that open season, that is mean. That is a mean song, to say the least.
We're going to have to get him on this show. 'Cause
oh, yeah. Well, he has a new band, too. So he's got a record done, and I've heard it's really good. So we'll have him on.
And then we're trying to get another band for next Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have word on that one yet. But
cool stuff coming. Looking forward to the Flat Earth Guy joining us again. And I'm telling you, this one, he says he has some stuff that's going to change
life
for us.
All right. Well, I'm game for that. I know it's going to change life for me in about 3 minutes. Tulum.
There you go. Thank you to Tony Musachio for joining us from Tulum
That's
in
right.
Twinsburg. And I don't know what I think I'm having Subway again. That's all I have is Subway.
All right, Jared.
Hey, man. There's a Jared, Netflix special or something on right now that I've been trying to check out, and then I'm afraid to. What kind of porn I'm going to be getting to see.
Well, like Jared, you lost half your legs from eating Subway.
Yes.
There you go.
I actually walked around Cleveland Brown Stadium with that guy back in the day.
Oh, how
when
fun.
all this stuff was going on behind the scenes that nobody knew about, I didn't know, obviously. But I was literally walking with him around Cleveland Brown Stadium.
Nice. I hope it wasn't Kids' Day.
Should I be upset he didn't try to touch me?
Too old.
Yeah, I guess. Everybody have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yeah. And we'll be back on Juneteenth to celebrate that day.
We will be celebrating Juneteenth.
Can't wait.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank
Chris.
you. Same to you, sir.
And appreciate everybody listening. God willing, we'll talk to you again next week. Have a great rest of the one and a good weekend as well.
See ya.
See ya.